Alright. I've had that song for the longest time. Haven't been using it at all lately. Figured I could use that, start using that now for those little transition periods in between games. Now, before we get into the story chapter, I figured I'd give myself a little upgrade here. Got plenty of core dust here, and get myself another 10 levels at least. Probably gonna need it for the next chapter in order to get through it quickly in an apt amount of time. Come on. I really should add in a way to just sort of do this en masse with multiple levels at once. $269 and $270. That leaves me with almost enough for 10 levels, but 8,000 short. That should help a lot. Now then, finally, let's get to the next story chapter. Last time in the last chapter, we said goodbye to Red Hood and got Robbie back. Now started setting up this new settlement.
Let's see. We've organized all the supplies that were sent up. The accommodation and other living quarters are all in place.
We're reclaiming the
I
surface.
think we've covered just about everything that needs doing.
Thanks for your hard work you've been putting in.
I barely did anything. The ones who had to transport this stuff are the real hard workers.
Preach, sister! Manual labor is the really tough part.
I've been meaning to ask
You would say that,
Shifty.
Anise.
Will you be helping us from now on?
Yes! I've been officially appointed as a dedicated operator for the Commando Squad.
Hooray, Shifty!
I've worked alongside you all before, and I performed exceptionally well in the recent standardized operator exams.
You're not actually going to be joining us in person, are you?
No, it's still too dangerous up on the surface.
Still need more training,
If it
huh?
weren't for the Ark, our job prospects as operators would be quite limited. Of course, you all have managed to do just fine without much outside assistance. But having a dedicated operator can make a world of difference. I memorized the map the commander brought, and I've assessed all the potential scenarios that might pose a risk. Naturally, since we are exploring uncharted territory, there is a high chance that something unexpected will occur. Even verbal support from my end could be a lifesaver during any unexpected situations.
Yeah.
Also,
Always helps to have a little more
perhaps
support.
most importantly, I can handle most of the commander's administrative tasks.
Yes! Wow.
That certainly got your attention.
No more paperwork.
But I thought Rappy did all of your tasks for you.
No.
Not all of them. Just most of them. Actually,
we don't need to get into that right now.
my apologies, Commander. Bad joke.
Anyway, I won't be getting in your way, so don't worry.
Alright, I'll leave it with you then.
Now that things are all set, I guess we just wait until the support troops arrive?
Yes, they should be arriving soon.
Who's showing up
Can you
here?
give us any additional information on them?
There are 3 members in total due to arrive. 1 each from Pathfinder, Hammer and Drill, and Electric Shock.
Ooh.
What?
They're
Those
gonna be
are
Eleg?
squads specializing in courier services, mining, and hardware development. I thought we were supposed to be getting help from the Scouts, Matisse, and Absolute.
I guess they're busy with
Allow
other
me to
stuff.
explain.
Oh,
Commander, 10 o'clock direction.
signal flare, huh?
I presume those would be the support troops. They must have encountered raptures on the way.
Let's go.
Roger.
Alright, what's this new chapter map gonna be? Oh, crystals. Something picking up on it already.
Very well. Moving out.
Is it on that side? Where's the little sparkle? Sparkle?
On my way. It is not
Sparkle.
becoming to rush. I will go slowly.
Ah,
It is not becoming to
come on.
rush.
No, come
I
on.
will go slowly.
just little credits.
Very well.
What's
Moving
the
out.
type weakness for this level?
Boom, girl to the rescue!
Electric. That is great to hear. Let's see. For the what was a power level? There. I am high above the recommended right now. That is fantastic. Fantastic. Which means I can spread to experiment a bit.
Are you putting
Use
us to
some
work
less-
even during our vacation?
Use some weaker squads.
I'm always ready.
Let's see. Let's get...
We're all right. Let's.
Full steam ahead!
Maybe I was better off back at the rehabilitation center.
Are you putting us to work even during our
How's this?
vacation?
Not enough to get by. Then what if we throw in...
I will go with you.
for the heck of it. Cool, quick battle.
Not quite enough.
It is.
Here we go! Raptors eliminated!
It is not because.
We can get at least a little bit of distance with this team before I gotta go to the main one.
Darn. There are too many of them.
Ooh, never seen you before.
All the raptures in the vicinity must have been alerted by these
Hammering.
ones.
I'm sorry. I tried to be
Liverin.
careful, but apparently it didn't work.
Both new characters to me.
Didn't we say we were gonna get off somewhere safe and hoof it for the rest of the journey?
And there's Eleg.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, it completely slipped my mind.
You should have heard yourself hammering. You were sawing logs like nobody's business.
Huh. I was? I usually don't snore, but I
Sure
guess
does
I
have a
got
hammer.
comfortable.
I think your snoring was louder than the scooter engine. That's probably why the Raptures came running.
Was it really that bad?
No, it wasn't.
Why didn't you wake me up?
I kept saying we should, but Liverin was all like, no, we shouldn't do that, and stopped me. And look where we are now.
I'm sorry.
Don't apologize.
Look
I
at you.
take it as a point of pride that you felt so comfortable on
Yeah,
Blue
selfie
Hurricane.
camera right on your shoulder there, huh?
You also must have been really pooped to be able to fall asleep while we're up on the surface. It's all good.
Okay.
I'm sensing an opening in the ranks at 4 o'clock. Hammering, can you bust through it? You bet I can.
I'm gonna pound these chumps into dust.
Hammering hurls herself toward the Raptures.
Shouldn't we take it easy? We fired off the signal flare, so help should be coming soon.
If it means taking out more raptures, then I'm all for her doing her thing.
Is that how you feel?
Yes? Sorry.
I guess it's
I
our
didn't
first
mean to be
formal introduction to
argumentative.
Eleg, chronologically.
Don't worry about it. When can we expect the counters anyway? I feel like it's been a while since we let off that flare.
Based on our distance from Reclamation Site 01, if they're operating on an ordinary response time, they should be visible right about now.
Rapture spotted. Visual confirmation on 3 Nikkes.
Encounter.
How'd they manage to get themselves completely surrounded?
Let's hurry and rescue them.
You're good at this.
It's what I do.
Alright, first little battle.
Any rude customers will be asked to leave.
These crystals are... This is a cool new map. I've never been on this battlefield before.
Hold on a moment. Target eliminated.
Just a bit harder.
Could Eleg install Boom on a Nikke? She wouldn't morally, but could she?
Hold on a moment. Target eliminated.
Didn't you want to be a maid too?
Glass slippers.
Oh boy, clear him out.
Contact. Pour out.
Man, these crystals go insane all over the place.
What a truly beautiful story this was. I am most pleased with it.
Thanks for saving our necks back there. Are you the counters? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Senti?
Oh. You know Senti? She's my role model.
Role model,
Not
huh?
surprising.
Thank you. You really got us out of a jam.
You guys sure are good at fighting. You really live up to your reputation.
Shifty, please confirm their identity.
Okay, just a moment. Could you all look at the screen for a moment?
So you're the operator? Is this the screen I'm supposed to look at?
Yes, just for 3 seconds.
Ow! Oh, that hurts my eyes.
You better familiarize yourself with electronic devices.
It's not like I don't try. I just can't get used to them.
Done. These are the 3 who were sent to join you.
Okay, thank you. I'm Rappy, and this is Anise and Neon. We're from the Counter Squad.
And I'm the commander.
Oh, trust me. We know your names. You guys are super famous. What an honor to finally meet the Counters in person.
Well, I don't think getting along will be much of an issue with us.
Could you give us your names and affiliations?
I'm Liverin from Pathfinder. Inside the Ark, I'm usually in charge of deliveries. But for this exploration mission, I'll be in charge of navigation.
Huh.
But we have a map.
The map is only
a
meant
paper
to
map.
be used as a guideline. I presume she'll be determining which specific routes we take based on it. She'll also be formulating potential escape routes in case of any emergencies.
Wow, impressive!
An important job to have,
I
for
was
sure.
wondering how to explain why a delivery driver is perfect for this mission. And you just nailed it. Thanks. You guys are the real deal.
Thanks.
Rappy carries us.
I'm hammering, from the Hammer and Drill Squad. If you're gonna be exploring the Crystal region, then you don't want to be without a miner like myself. Whether it's busting up obstacles or mineral analysis, I'm your man.
Not exactly the most original name.
Just don't touch those
Is
crystals.
the other member's name Drilly?
Huh? How'd you know?
Wait, seriously?
Talk about a lack of imagination. I'm Eleg from the Electric Shock Squad. My forte is anything related to electronic devices.
And boom.
Are we expected to run into lots of electronics where we're going?
You never know. Don't forget that humans used to reign supreme on the surface.
I see. There could be a lot of old facilities and stuff like that hanging around.
Precisely. How cool would it be if I waltzed into a factory, worked my magic, and got it back up and running again?
That would be good.
Wowee! Even imagining it gets me all excited.
You think so?
Alright. Now that we're finished with the introductions, you should all return to the reclamation site.
We got work to
I'll
do.
brief you on the upcoming operation there.
Here we go.
Coming, honey. I'm glad you're safe. It is not coming, honey.
I worked so hard fighting them! You'll give me 50 bonus points, right?
Here.
It is not what a truly beautiful story. It is not becoming to rush.
What sort of notes will
will
be
go
left around
slowly.
here, huh?
Here we go.
I'll take your
This
order.
is a night map theme. Very chill.
Girl to the rescue.
It is what a truly beautiful story.
Silly girl to the
Coming, what a truly beautiful story this
I'll take your order.
Coming, honey. Follow me.
During the exploration mission, Liverin, Hammering, and Eleg will become temporary members of the Commando Squad.
Okay.
The commander will retain command as usual. Your goal is to explore what we are referring to as the Crystal Region. As you can tell from the name, it is a place covered with mysterious crystals. The area is quite extensive, so there is a high chance it might take some time for us to fully explore it. However, spending too much time exploring at this stage is not ideal. So, you'll be conducting a cursory investigation.
Okay. What are we looking for while we're out there?
Other than rough topographical formations, the map doesn't provide any specific information, so we're short on details at the moment. However, considering the nature of the area, collecting the crystals would make the most sense. Even so, they should not be harvested recklessly without prior consideration. Only collect the crystals that you deem pose no risk.
Understood. And how do we assess that risk?
I'll handle that. Minerals and I get along swimmingly. One glance is all I'll need to tell you if it's dangerous or not.
You look like someone who could do that sort of thing.
Knowing what I do know about crystals, we probably shouldn't touch them.
You are to explore as wide an area as possible. And if it is determined that there is no risk, you will collect some crystals and return to the base. That's all.
Sounds simple enough.
I honestly thought it'd be something way more out there.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Since this is an unknown area, even the central government is exercising caution. The other reason for increased wariness is due to how each of you are very important and valuable personnel.
Gosh,
Aw,
what
we
a
matter.
compliment.
We should get going straight away.
Yes.
One more thing before you leave.
What is it?
You must leave a minimum of 2 squad members at Reclamation Site 01.
Okay.
What?
I guess to defend it while we're gone? A contingency plan, I assume?
That, and other reasons, yes. In theory, the optical camouflage is a dependable safety measure. But this is the first time we're using it out in the field. You might encounter new variations of raptures who can see through the optical camouflage.
True.
It's also imperative that you are able to tend to any members who become cut off from the group during your search. If this place is left unattended, you'll be caught with your pants down if anything unexpected were to crop up.
I get that. Who should say, though? Probably Anise and Neon, I imagine, since we need the other 3 to guide us and whatnot.
Anise and I will stay.
Yeah.
Of course, I'd prefer that all of us go together, but this is the situation we're in. Besides, these 3 have been dispatched here due to their proficiency in exploration. We, on the other hand, have no such skills in that particular area. And unlike Rappy, we're not incredible at everything we do.
Neon.
Come on now.
So it makes the most sense for the 2 of us to stay.
Well, this is awkward.
Huh?
Neon's right. Fighting is what she and I excel at. We'll stay here and hold down the fort. You all stay safe out there and come back, you hear? If anything happens, shoot us a message or fire off a signal flare. Okay?
You guys stay safe too.
Commander. Please, don't say anything more and just go. Please?
Alright. Anise lightly pushes me toward the door.
Go. Hurry.
Be careful, everyone.
That's enough from you 2. Go and get your things. We're going together, apparently. This is unexplored territory for us. I wouldn't dream of going there without you.
But what if things go south here?
This is an important place.
Shifty, can I entrust you with monitoring the place?
I figured this was what would happen. Fine, but I won't be able to provide as much support as usual.
Well, we're
Will that
mostly
be
used to
okay?
that by this point.
Very well then. Leave it to me.
Are you sure about this? This is the first piece of land we've managed to reclaim in a century. It'd be a real waste if we lost it again.
I'm not worried about it. We'll just reclaim it again.
Wow.
So cool.
Happy.
Huh? What did you say?
Anise, Neon, get ready as quickly as possible.
Happy, she's swooning.
We're going as a team.
She's swooning.
Well, if you insist, then who are we to refuse?
And here I was thinking I was gonna get some rest.
I'll be ready in a jiffy.
I'll be sure to pack lots of snacks, too.
Any rude customers will be asked to leave.
It's cute that Happy's getting a little more... showing a little more of her feelings now.
Hold on a moment. Target eliminated. Glass slippers, full contact. Pour out.
You want to be a maid too?
Just a bit harder.
I guess the difficulty should get harder. Yes, the difficulty is what she's referring to, getting harder.
Not quite enough. Why don't we continue for a little while longer?
Right. Alright.
It is not becoming to rush. I will go slowly.
I see you there. Wow, friend, wow. Hello, friend, wow. This is more embarrassing than I thought it'd be. Anyway, I figured I should leave you a message. So here I am, talking to you through a voice recorder. Is it switched on? I think so. How many years have you been away? Well, it's been a while at any rate. I miss you.
Be rough with me.
Coming, honey. Follow me.
Anything over
It is
here?
not becoming to rush. I will go slowly.
Open up that.
Coming, honey. Follow me.
I don't know if you'll ever get to hear this, but do you remember the birthday present you sent me? The solar power cassette player? Anyway, I put it alongside your old stash. You better appreciate what I'm doing, you hear? Anyway, sorry, I'm not even sure what I'll say to you when I finally get the chance to speak with you. We had some great times together. Take care, my friend. Is that from Red Hood?
It is not
That
becoming
makes sense.
to
Is
rush.
it
I
Red
will go
Hood's
slowly.
hometown? Talk about the cassette player.
I'll take your order. I worked so hard fighting them! You'll give me 50 bonus points.
Coming, honey.
They are humanity.
Here we go. Rapture's eliminated!
Hello there. Hello, all those people. Subi. Welcome on in. Thank you so much for the
I'll
raid.
take your order.
Hope you're all doing well. I've just
Coming, honey.
gotten started on chapter 27
Follow
here
me.
of Nikke.
It is not becoming.
Good to all.
Girl to the rescue!
Thank you all
It
so
is
much for
not
showing up.
becoming to
and
rush.
Stopping by my
I
local.
will go slowly.
What were you all up to
According
in
to the
your?
map, the
What are you
area
all
with
up
the
to in your
crystals is
stream?
Not too far from
Hope you
here.
had fun. Whatever it
That
is you're
doesn't
doing.
mean, however, that it's necessarily close. Liverin will determine the route and guide you.
Calling it a route is a bit generous. We'll just be doing some light walking.
I have a question. When we're up on the
No problem, no
surface,
problem, Captain Dip.
Are
Yeah,
we typically part of a squad?
I'm on chapter 27 as it says,
Yeah,
so
usually.
I still have
But
lots to
you
catch up
came up
on, but
all
I'm still
alone.
having fun with the story.
Hey, you're right. That is
Oh,
a
you're doing
bit
the Unbreakable
unusual.
Spheres event? Yeah, I finished
Is
that
there any
on
special
my own
reason
too.
for that?
That was a great story and
My
event.
colleague Drilly is currently working
I
a
even
long-term
splurged a
gig.
bit and got like Mihara
It's
fully
part-time,
limit broken
but the pay
too.
is out of this world, which you don't
Also got her
see
new
every
outfit as
day,
well.
so she can't
It's
up
a great
and quit.
outfit.
If she requested to take time off, she
Yeah,
might
hope
not
you have a
be
good day
able to
too.
come
And
back
thanks so
to
much for
that
dropping
job.
by with your community.
You're
Hope
telling
you have a
me
great day
a
too.
part-time job is more important than this mission?
Yep.
I don't understand.
I've never met these two Nikkes before, the
What
Hammering
about
and
you, Alec?
Liverin.
Why did you come along?
The Electric Shock Squad isn't really a type.
Well, we meet Alec here.
All of our areas of expertise are different, and none of us have particularly good social skills. So, we operate alone whenever possible.
Yeah, that makes sense.
If we were to attempt to move together, it would only become more chaotic. I can
Yes,
understand where
egg
you're
girl.
coming from.
It was total
She's such a great
pandemonium
unit,
whenever I
too.
used to move around with both
One of
Matisse
my
and
best.
Absolute.
One of my most raised
They
ones.
were always talking. So much that I had to
Thank you
set
so much for
them
looking.
straight.
That's rich coming from you. Anyway, what about you, Liverin?
Me?
These two are cute looking, very unique.
Sorry to disappoint, but I'd rather not say. It's rather personal. I hope you don't mind.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
Elle's just really good.
You don't
Can't
need
go
to
wrong
share
with using her in
anything
any
you're
team.
not comfortable with.
Marcion is also one of my most used ones too, just for healing purposes. Did you all three volunteer for this job?
Yes. We talked a lot on the way here. I don't remember all the details, but suffice to say that the going is getting tough for every one of us. One small misstep, and we might be headed straight to the scrap heap.
Ah. Well, what's that mean?
There's no work to go around.
The Hammer and Drill Squad specializes in mining.
Correct.
Yeah, I suppose that would be a
The
problem in
only
the Ark.
thing is that all the available ore veins nearby and natural resources have been extracted. Groups like Mighty Tools focus on construction, so they're fine. There are always old buildings that need to be demolished and rebuilt. But the same can't be said for us. Once a mine has been tapped, that's the end of the story.
Ah,
In
you like Brady
fact,
too, yeah.
there was
Brady's
a
a
time
really
our
cool
squad
character.
didn't have a
Very
single
unique
task
one
for an
too.
entire month.
Design-wise.
We could
You really don't
disappear
see a lot
into
of,
thin air and it wouldn't make
I don't want
a
to say
difference.
chubby exactly, but plump girls, I guess like that.
That's why the part-time gig is so important to Drilly.
She's still not bad on the
Exactly.
field too.
So
I haven't
you
used her
volunteered
too
for
much, but
this
she's
because
very
you needed
cool.
a job?
Having a little AoE blast with her
Correct
sniper
again.
hits.
New lands mean new work opportunities. On top of that,
Brady's
a
Bond
region
episodes
which
also
is rich in crystals.
They
is
had
a
quite the
place
ending to
where
them.
a mining expert like me could
pleasantly
really
plump.
flourish.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
I'll be able to eat the finest food and buy the latest power tool models. That's why I volunteered.
It's always stressful when work dries up.
Have you also had times
I
when
wonder,
work was
I
hard
wonder
to
if these
come
two
by?
will eventually drop as characters.
Oh, yes.
I do have
We're
a
a
slightly bad feeling about this
transportation
event
squad.
though, or chapter.
But in truth, we're little more than glorified delivery drivers.
We're exploring the crystal region
These
and
days,
knowing what
that
we do
work
about the
falls to
crystals,
delivery robots
it's
and
not going to
drones.
end well if anyone touches them.
They don't make any human errors, and they do it safely and quickly.
Having played the Unbreakables,
There's no reason
Unbreakable
to
that
continue
you said you
using
were
us,
playing.
where there's the chance of an
You'd be
occasional
familiar with what the
slip-up.
crystals do.
Not to mention that we tend to be much slower than them. Everyone always talks about how machines are going to take our jobs away, but I never expected it to happen to me.
How topical.
Then again, we're machines too, so I guess it's machines taking away another machine's job.
All the same, you seem to be doing pretty well for yourself.
Yeah,
Are
they're both,
you kidding?
They're both unique in their own way.
You'd be
I do tend to like
hard-pressed to
Livin'
find
a bit
as
more. I
hilarious
like her
a
pink
Nikke
streaks.
as
I like
me.
the pink streaks in her hair.
But your scooter
The
seems to
hammer
be
looks very
maintained
cool
pretty
too,
well.
having an actual
And
hammer and
you're
everything.
always wearing the latest fashions. You're decked out head to toe in clothing that's both
But then again, it could end up being in
and
our
serve
case
a
of like
purpose.
Kay. Like Kay never
you're
released as a
right.
character, despite
Isn't that
being
a new
around for so long.
topic
We have two different D
Consider it a
Nikkes, but no
business
K. No
investment.
K. So we can't put DK
If we
together.
dressed like
together.
bums, we'd get even fewer delivery jobs.
No DK.
So, where do you get the money for this investment?
There are still some people who don't want to entrust their deliveries to robots. Loyal customers of mine.
I don't get it. Why use you when robots are objectively
I don't remember
better?
a P. I don't remember a P person.
Well,
It
don't think I met them
doesn't
yet.
make any sense.
Hold on. I feel
I'm
vibrations.
blanking on the name.
Shifty.
Raptors detected up ahead. That was impressive, Rappy.
Yeah, totally amazing.
Super duper amazing!
Remember seeing the one, huh?
Commander,
Guess we'll just
I
have to wait and see.
recommend that we aim for a preemptive strike.
Alright, leave it to you.
Roger.
But yeah, ever since like all these events keep coming out for like the main story and whatnot, like since like Red Rappy dropped and everything, I've just been really wanting to catch up with the main story, with how far it's been going along. Like when I first started like streaming Nikke on my channel, it was around the time when the Old Tales event was still going, when Cinderella dropped. So I have just playing through that and like seeing everything going on. I have a lot to catch up on still for the main story.
Eliminated.
Ah, they hate these things. They always shoot down Synth so quickly, no matter how much I've seen it raise her up.
Hold on a moment. Target eliminated.
Just a bit harder.
Yeah, I splurged on the outfit bundle for Mihara. I couldn't hold myself back. Yeah, one of the I have two memories of like specific Nikkes that really like drained my account's dry from all I had. The first one was Made Private. That one took a shocking amount of crystal to get. The other one I had more recently was the Ice Rose Maiden. For some reason, the game really did not want to give me Ice Rose Maiden back when she was up. Like I was full on wailing with my actual money in order to try and just get her once.
So hard fighting them.
Yeah, they really shot my team down there.
Whoa! Amazing, right? Feels like we're
Yeah, it's 360. That's pretty rough.
Impressive.
Thank you for them giving out so many free advanced coupons for this whole anniversary.
You guys are on another
I've already
level.
basically reclaimed what I lost.
I'm not gonna
Even
be
if I only
forgetting
have like
that
3,000
anytime
crystals
soon,
right now, I got
can
like
tell you that much.
another 50 tickets already
Okay.
with all they've been giving
you
out.
don't make me blush. I'll only allow further compliments for the next 5 minutes.
We've been through a lot up on the surface.
You're the ones who defeated the members of Exotic,
Honestly, one of the reasons
right?
I wanted to get back into Nikke in the first place
You
was
also
because,
bested
well,
the heretics.
swimsuit and niece outfits.
Seems like you really excel
units. I
in
really wanted to get
cooperative
her
battles
for the
as well.
longest time. I kept seeing
What are you
ads for
bringing
Nikke and
all
whatnot
that
with the
up
swimsuit and niece,
Nothing.
and I
It's
just went,
just
yeah, I
they
really wanted
seemed
her, so...
practically invincible.
And eventually, did finally get her.
Of course we're good at
they
joint
brought that
battles. We're
last
good at
summer event out.
everything.
With Sakura and Rosanna.
Especially Anise. Did you know that she goes by Fighting Bull?
Don't mess with the bull or you'll get the horns.
Anyway, you never answered my question, Liverin.
Huh?
You know, about why you'd ask
Yeah.
a Nikke to handle a
I did get
delivery
extra
when
lucky
a robot could do
when I
it.
did pull for Anise though,
Can
because
we just move
for
on
some reason,
from this?
somehow I got lucky enough to get two
Sorry, no
two
big
Anises
deal.
in one 10
We're
pull.
on this mission together,
So I have her like
and
first
I
limit
wanna know.
broken. Not the full thing, but just that was shocking
It's
enough.
because robots are incapable of flattery.
Huh?
Many of our clients are high-ranking individuals.
I would like to put
We
together
deliver
a
the
full
requested
swimsuit team,
items
but
and make
I need
the handoff
swimsuit Mary in
as
order to pull
dramatic
that
as
off. I don't have a.
possible.
There's no Phase 1
We
swimsuit
also
girl
read from
yet
the script
besides
that
her.
the client dictates. This is from so-and-so. May it be of assistance to you in your time of need. Stuff like that. People are always pleased to get gifts like this, and they usually end up gushing about this and that as a result. When that happens, it's up to us to do our best and match that energy. Because our
I
clients
wonder when they're
are all
going to
high
continue
on
like
the
the
totem
whole
pole,
Underworld Queens like sort of
it
storyline with
pays
6 and
quite
everything.
well.
We still haven't solved that
And
yet.
there are a lot of people who want
The
this
Underworld
sort of
Queens
thing.
are some of my personal favorite
Oh,
characters.
many.
Sakura,
A
Rosanna, and
whole
Moran.
There are
Like
a
when I
lot
first
of
got back
people
into
in
the
New York
game,
with
it
too
was
much
the
time
Moran
and
banner that
money
was
on their
up
hands
first
and
when I
are
started.
craving a bit of excitement.
She was one of the first ones I got.
It's because of them that we're able to maintain our vehicles and wear the nice clothes that we do.
I see.
Anyway, I'd like to hear your story too, Alec. Considering that we're on this mission together, I'd like to know more about you as well.
She likes to play Boom and Slot on every device she can get to.
Well played.
I didn't mean anything by it. I just want to be a good listener, that's all.
Yes, we absolutely need a
The electric
swimsuit,
shock
Moran.
squad
It's only fair to
specializes
get
in
one.
electronic devices with a particular focus on hardware production and maintenance.
Summer is the next
I'm
season.
in
We're in
charge
spring
of
right now, so
energy efficiency
all we can do is hope and pray.
energy utilization.
Maybe we'll get another one.
The Ark is currently lacking in many things. And energy is no exception.
Full swimsuit Underworld Queen team.
I volunteered to come up here and try to figure out a way to resolve the energy crisis. Who knows? These crystals might end up proving to be a good catalyst. Does that answer your question?
All the Underworld Queens have like something I just like really like about them.
Fine.
Sakura for like her heart,
I should
Moran,
have known
her
that
voice,
a professional like
and Rosanna
you
her
would
just
have had a
raw
suitably
sex appeal,
elevated
honestly.
reason for doing what you're doing.
They all have something I really
Not at all
like a
similar
lot.
to a simpleton like myself.
Sakura would be my personal favorite among them.
Would you look at that?
That last event with
They
Sakura,
only
we spent
just
so much
met
time with her and
they're
everything.
already getting on
the
like
little
a house on
romantic
fire.
beach date in the night, making sandcastles.
So,
Really just sold my heart on
If
her.
that's how you read it, I'm happy for you.
Right.
Should probably swap my team a bit since I got real pummeled in that last
I'll
one.
take your order.
They are humanity's enemy.
Guess I'll have to use my
and so I
best
shall
team.
defeat them.
That's quite the difference in stats.
Very well. Move. I shall grant you moving. Coming.
On my way.
I should start preparing for the next class.
Moving.
Boom, girl to the
On my way.
You should have visual contact soon. Exercise
My
extreme
best unit by far
caution.
would be Marion. Like,
Roger.
she was one of the first ones I got when I first got
Boy,
the game.
my heart is
again,
pounding.
and she's carried me so much
I feel
throughout
like
the
my
whole
core
story.
is going to burst.
Her ult is just so strong
feel
too.
the same.
Infinite ammo, multi-aim,
There it is.
multi-target aiming, liberating points ahead of us. What seems to be a massive condensed pillar of light is piercing through the ground and soaring up into the air. Although the concentration of the crystals is rather sporadic and not particularly dense, they nevertheless emit a near blinding luminescence. That must be it.
Eleg, run an analysis on the local vicinity.
Will do.
That is a very big crystal. The Egyptians could never. Making pyramids
No
that big.
toxins present. Appropriate oxygen levels. No unidentified components. Nothing especially noteworthy, except for the fact that the alpha particle concentration is remarkably low.
All right, you're up, Hammering.
Gotcha.
Hammering walks forward and stands in front of the crystal.
Looks like an ordinary crystal to me. It's awfully dense. Not
Oh, boy.
terribly dissimilar from quartz. But there's something strange. Everyone, come take a look.
I don't like where this is going.
What is it?
Is it okay to get closer?
It's fine. The exterior surface is extremely smooth. So I don't think there's any gas or liquids coming out of this thing.
Yeah, it's not those things we
Just
need
to
to
be
be worried
safe,
about.
though, the commander shouldn't get too close.
Good call.
We cautiously move toward the crystal. Once we're close enough, we immediately notice a certain cluster of crystals, which are distinctly at odds with the rest of the formations in the vicinity.
What an unusual pattern.
Pretty.
This reminds me of something. What was it called again? Damascus.
Damascus, huh?
is that some kind of curse?
That's a metal.
I get it. Damascus.
Don't
Very
entertain
fun.
her.
At least someone appreciates my jokes.
A word of warning? Don't encourage her or else you'll end up regretting it.
Agreed,
But it
Neon.
was funny,
niece.
really.
Continue hammering.
Looking at its exterior, it resembles something you'd see in the quartz family.
It seems like it has some sort of light flowing through it.
Got some weird circuitry patterns
Yes,
on it.
there is some luminescence there.
Is it natural?
Hard to say.
This pattern, Don't you think it resembles circuitry you'd find in a machine? Exactly what I was thinking.
I was thinking the same thing. Should we take a moment to check?
Ella extends a wire from the tablet and presses it into the crystal. Picking up anything?
Electricity is flowing through it all right. And a whole
Electric crystals,
lot of
huh?
it.
Does that mean it's a machine?
The notion that electricity can only flow through man-made machines is a fallacy.
It flows through living organisms as well.
Yep, we're all
However,
electric
doesn't
beings.
appear to be a living organism.
Them more so.
Interesting.
What is it?
The tablet just shut off.
Oh boy.
The battery ran out?
Why didn't you charge it earlier?
Just a second. I should have a spare battery.
I've got one too. But that's strange.
Finally learning how
I
they
could've
work.
sworn it was at 80% only a moment ago.
Hammering. Can you glean anything else from the exterior of this thing?
Nope, that's about it. If it's all right with you, I was gonna collect a sample.
How do we
Probably
go
shouldn't
about
do
that?
that.
I'll crack off a small piece from the end.
It's a bit primitive, but it'll get the job done.
You betcha.
I read those notes in the last
Please,
map.
go
I know what
ahead
these things
then.
do.
I suggest you step back, Commander. In fact, stand behind me.
Is that really necessary?
You never know. There could be gas trapped inside this.
Rappy always wanted to be the white knight for the
Pieces could go
commander.
flying once I break it.
It's cute. Liverin and Alec both take a few steps back. Neon moves behind Anise.
What are you doing?
It makes more sense for someone bigger to stand in front.
Thicker
Why
even.
don't you go behind Hammering?
She's too close to the crystal. It's dangerous.
I'd take a few more steps back if I were you guys. Actually, hide behind cover.
It's gonna really take a swing
There's
at
no
it.
telling what could be inside this thing. The worst case scenario would be that whatever's inside reacts unfavorably to oxygen and it explodes.
And if it does? What'll happen to you?
Boom.
I've got a sturdy noggin. If something goes wrong, just make sure my head stays intact.
Roger.
We'll see what we can do about that. A few moments later, everyone except for Hammering is hiding behind a cover, with only their heads peeking out.
All right, I'm going for it.
Hammering raises her hammer and lightly taps at the crystal.
Duh.
Mm.
It's much harder than I thought. This is way tougher than quartz. This is more like a diamond. All right. I'm gonna really give it some juice with this swing.
Just as Hammering is about to swing her hammer down.
Raptor detected. 400 meters out.
Oh,
Heading
here we go.
straight for you.
What? This feels like it was planned.
Don't engage in combat.
She's got a nice
near the
voice to her.
crystal.
I
It'll make
like the
what will
accent
happen if
to
the
it.
Crystal breaks.
Roger.
Yeah, like I was saying before, my best unit by far, my strongest by far, is definitely Marion.
I guess I have no choice but to fight.
She's one of the first ones I got, and has been carrying me through the campaign ever since I started. No matter what she's up against, she melts it all down.
Everything superfluous will be banished from paradise. Return to where you belong. Pay attention in class.
Just so strong. Goes on for so long, but too. Quickly.
Everything superfluous will be banished from paradise. Glass slippers, full contact. Pour out.
Now is the time of true beauty.
Hold still. Ooh. That was close. All those things were right about to squash us.
I shall grant you victory, Your Grace.
175.
Rapture fragments are flying towards the crystal.
Miss Hammering!
Did I ever tell you that I always wanted to be a baseball player?
Hammering focuses on the fragments which are hurtling towards her, this crystal, then swings the hammer with all her might. Hammering's swing misses, and the fragments of the rapture shatter on the crystal and roll on the ground. Oh boy,
Looks
here we
like
go.
you'll have to keep dreaming, hammering.
Anise, get behind me!
No, you get behind me!
Oh, now they're protecting each other. Everyone take cover.
It's too late. Get behind me, Commander.
We're all getting behind something.
Everyone get down.
Did not do anything at all? ...
Nothing's happening.
That startled me.
Yeah,
Nothing's
my
happening
glasses
now.
nearly fell off.
I know a boss is
That
coming.
really scared the heck out of me.
Guess we overreacted.
Guess so.
What was that scream just a moment ago? Was that supposed to be some kind of signal?
Hard to say.
I'll check if any toxic substances were released when the crystal broke.
Ella connects the portable battery to the tablet.
I'm not picking up anything.
How does that thingamajig work anyhow?
It analyzes airborne particles. The range is somewhat narrow, but it's still quite useful.
Interesting
Can you add
device.
that function to my glasses?
Depends. Are they traditional lenses?
No, they're display monitors.
Really?
Really
Then
now, I
it's
did
worth
not
a
know
try.
that.
I'll get back to you on that.
Cool! Then I can have supervision.
I hope not. The last thing you need is another thing to prattle on about.
Please.
I'll take one of these broken pieces.
Hammering holds up a crystal from fragments.
It's not emitting any light.
Not
You're
anymore.
right. If it's not coming from the circuitry, then where... No electricity is flowing through it either.
Still, we should take it back with us.
Are you sure? It feels compromised at this point, so, Huh?
Well, it dimmed. Crystal fragment hammering us holding suddenly turns gray. Then crumbles and disintegrates.
What the?
What happened?
Did you accidentally crush it?
With my bare hands? How could that be possible?
Super difficult to break, but let's try and pick up another piece. A moment later, after attempting to break off the pieces of the crystal to take samples, the pieces all disintegrate without exception. Hammering moves to take off one of the crystalline fragments stuck in the ground, but eventually gives up when she finds it's unwilling to budge, even an inch. Seems there's not much else we can do at this point.
I think it'd be prudent to return and organize a separate investigation team.
Yeah, let's do that.
Just a moment. Can we head a little further inside? According to the map, there should be more crystals ahead.
I'm game.
Even more crystals,
Me too.
huh? What's that gonna look like? You sure it's not gonna be dangerous?
It wouldn't hurt to take a peek. We might be able to obtain a proper sample inside.
We all came here because we needed the work. If we return empty-handed, they'll send in another team to investigate.
I guess you gotta then.
And we'll be left jobless yet again. We at least need to bring back a proper sample. Or some other kind of finding that will turn heads.
How to
If
do
we
that
go
though?
back like this, we'll just be labeled incompetent.
And on a personal note, this is a completely new type of crystal we're dealing with.
That
I'd
dang
hate
Nikke
to leave
racism.
after just getting a taste of it.
Such a hassle.
Whatever this thing is, we could be the first to discover it. We'd be fools to pass up such a golden opportunity. Regardless of whether or not we collect a sample, don't you want to satisfy your curiosity?
I am curious.
I'm asking you. Please. Don't make me beg. I don't want to keep living a servile life where I'm at the mercy of the whims and fancies of other people.
Man, how can you say no to that?
I don't want this to be my last hurrah. I need to make a name for myself during this mission. Of course, that poses a risk, but anything is better than crawling back to the Ark and having to stroke other people's egos day in and day out.
Sounds insufferable.
I'd rather die up on the surface than return to that. I at least have some pride left in me.
Don't jinx it.
So please, I'm begging you. Let us explore a bit more. ...
Rappy, how much risk do the crystals pose?
None, as far as we can tell. It's not toxic, isn't composed of any harmful substances, and doesn't pose any risk of explosion.
And disintegrates once you break it
At
off.
present, it's simply an ordinary crystal, albeit with peculiar patterning.
And electrical flow. Alright then. Let's continue the search. We're going deeper.
Roger.
I'll continue to provide backup.
Appreciated.
Thank you. Thank you.
I really don't want anything bad to happen to them, but I just got that bad feeling lurking inside me.
It is not becoming to rush. I will go.
Coming. Very well. Moving, I shall grant you victory.
It is not becoming to rush.
I recently
I will
played
go
like
slowly.
the Red Ash and Overturn events like very
On my
recently.
way.
Or Overzone.
Very well. I'm glad I was able
Those
to
are
protect
quite the events to
everyone.
play back to back.
Girl to the rescue!
It is not
I
becoming
did not
to
expect them
rush.
to go that.
I
Did not
will go
expect Overzone to
slowly.
be that dark.
Everyone, over there!
Poor Dorothy, man.
Doesn't that look like a cluster of crystals to you?
Sure enough.
Let's go!
You got it.
Elig and Hammering rush over.
Elig seems awfully enthusiastic all of a sudden.
Now that we know the crystal isn't dangerous, we can carry out our investigation without stepping on eggshells the entire time.
Elig shells, you might say?
She's motivated. That's something you only get when your back's not against the wall.
But you seem even more motivated than her.
Me?
More like desperate.
Well, perhaps. My motivation consists of avoiding the worst-case scenario, so I'd say it's closer to desperation. Elig, on the other hand, is driven by the pursuit of knowledge, so it's a bit different for her.
Personally, I don't think desperation is necessarily a bad thing.
I
True.
suppose, yeah.
When you're between a rock and a hard place, you tend to push yourself.
Gets you to do something at least.
Exactly.
Rather
That's
than
why
just
we're
lying
coming
around.
along, to make sure no one stretches themselves too thin.
You're all far too kind to me.
There's a time and place for self-deprecation, and I don't think this is one of them.
I suppose, yeah, out on the battlefield.
I've been that way my entire life. It's the only way I know how to communicate.
Were you like that when you were human?
I don't remember, but most likely. People don't change. Not really.
If you really feel that way, I guess I won't be able to change your mind.
I presume you feel that people can change?
Yes. Always.
I like to believe so,
You
too.
talk as if you've experienced it.
Over here, guys!
Oh boy, has she experienced it.
Coming.
Liberin runs over. Is Liberin setting off any alarm bells for you?
Yes. Despite her seemingly negative attitude, she is indeed interested in exploration. She's also the one who convinced us to continue with the search.
Do you think she's after something?
Definitely. Although, I'm not sure what that may be.
Considering the recent incident with Exotic, I'd say it's well within reason to be wary.
Just
Exotic
saying we should
crow.
be cautious.
Exactly. Everyone stay on your toes.
Roger.
Moment later. Elvig and Liberin are in the midst of an area densely packed with crystals. Ooh. In the center lies a broken rapture. It's as if it were intentionally placed on top of the crystals, and then its limbs appear to still be convulsing.
Do you see this?
It's quite the gruesome sight for a rapture.
This is gruesome. Are you trying to figure out how this rapture died?
Seems to still be
You're
alive,
made of
its light's
tougher
still
stuff
glowing.
than me.
Not that.
Look a little closer.
Is there something unusual?
Yes.
Yeah, it is still alive. Rapture twitches. Oh, there it goes. After a while, the light at its core begins to diminish.
Unable to detect any signs of life.
This is a bit much.
It definitely isn't pleasant, that's for sure.
Elig, what are you...
So the crystals aren't exactly friendly. They aren't friendly to raptures, huh? An eerie groan resounds. The crystal starts to thrum, and then stops
What
for a while.
is this?
I'm not sure. It did this before.
Did the crystal grow just now as well?
Yes.
Could it be using the rapture as nutrients?
I don't think so.
What could have spawned these
Externally, at
crystals,
least,
huh?
the Rapture seems unharmed.
Could it be some kind of virus?
Potentially, one that reacts only to a Rapture. Nothing happened to us when we touched it.
Does this mean we could weaponize this thing?
Shifty, report what you just saw.
How should I formulate the report?
Exclude any speculation and report exactly what you saw.
Understood.
So the crystals, they absorb
Let's
energy
keep
off the
going.
Raptures. And they're not...
While we're at it,
But what
I
spawned
should
these
do some
crystals? What started
experiments.
making them?
Hammering, can you help?
Of course.
I wonder what could have spawned these things into existence, if not the Raptures. Very interesting.
I guess I have no choice but to fight.
Now we're getting closer to the main crystal. Hey,
Everything's superfluous.
let go, this is no touching establishment. You're not allowed to touch the girls. It's a simple rule.
Turn to where you belong.
Either follow it or get out.
Now is the time of true beauty.
That movement never gets old.
I'm glad I was able to protect everyone.
156. Or 356. EX, huh?
Very well.
I'll give it a
Moving on.
shot. What boss is lying in wait in this one?
Should I begin?
Week 2 electric. We'll just go with the main
It is
team.
not becoming to rush. I will go slowly.
Absent a catastrophic failure, we should
It's
be
a regular
fine.
map. Okay then. Shouldn't be too hard. Unless they do that. It will be hard if they do that.
I will clean up neatly and beautifully.
Shoot him down, come on. They survived that one at least.
Everything superfluous will be
quickly.
banished from paradise. Preparing time for class to begin.
Glass slippers, full contact. Pour out.
Pay attention in class.
There are more.
Let go. Those weren't come on. There goes my leg.
Everything superfluous will be banished from paradise. Time for class to begin.
Keep him alive, Marcy.
Return to where you belong. Pay attention in class.
Oh boy. Quickly. Come on, shoot him down. Ooh, that was close. Oh no. No. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Oh no.
Everything
Quickly.
superfluous will be banished from paradise.
Come on, you can hold on. Just a little bit more.
Time for class to begin.
Glass slippers, full contact. Pour out.
Time to finish it.
All sorted.
Give me just a second.
Almost. Come on. Why are there so many bombers? Ah, dang it. Okay, now it's over. Ah, jeez. So close. I'll swap teams up with it. See if maybe something better is here. None of these will really help much. I'll give it one more go,
I'm here. There's no cause for concern.
So many bombers. Yeah, right off the bat, come on now. For some reason, Marion can't seem to hit that second one whenever I aim at it.
This is an educational experience as well.
Map's blocking it.
Everything's
You tend to forget that I can send them to block undercover.
Return to where you belong.
Just mow him down.
The time of true beauty.
Ah, bastard. Goodness gracious, there's...
Reloading. Alright. I'll leave this stage alone. I don't want to get stuck here too long. Just for a little EX. Alright, over here. On my way.
Very well. Moving out.
Here we go.
Another sparkle there. And more music.
On my way. I'm glad I was able to protect.
Here we go.
They are moving.
Rapture's eliminated.
Yes, let's keep going.
On my way.
Coming.
On my way.
I should start preparing for the next encounter.
Here we go.
Some of those EX stages really are
story this was.
quite annoying to do sometimes.
Moving.
Clear through the regular stages, no problem, but those EX ones just really amp up all the difficulty.
Should I begin?
Here we go.
Some of them are a fun challenge, but other ones like that one
Moving.
are not super fun to
It
deal
is
with.
not becoming to rush. I will go slowly.
More credits.
It is not
Coming. Moving.
I'll let you know what Miss Hammering and I have turned up so far. These crystals absorb the energy of anything they have physical contact with for an extended period.
Extended period,
If
okay.
the crystal touches anything that has energy flowing through it, it'll suck it dry and proceed to expand. The reason for this expansion seems simple in that it allows them to occupy a wider surface area.
But where do they come from?
Do you all recall how my tablet ran out of power before? It wasn't a charging issue. The crystals simply drain the energy from the tablet.
Do you have any evidence to support that theory?
I ran several experiments with my backup batteries and got
I guess
the
it's a good thing
same
that we
result each
figured this out
time.
so quickly that we had no
Completely drained.
unfortunate accidents happen,
I even touched the crystal myself.
like what those
and
notes
sure
warned
enough,
about.
my core output dropped ever so slightly. If I had kept my hand on any longer, I would have ended up like our Rapture friend from earlier.
You experimented using your own body? Your pursuit of knowledge is unmatched.
I did pay a price for it, however.
Hi, Lag. What do you mean? Lag shows us the palm of her hand.
Notice anything unusual?
Oh my goodness! What are all those holes in your hand?
Oh my.
How did you notice so quickly? Anyway, yes, there is a preponderance of small holes on my hand.
That's not good.
Have any of them pierced all the way through?
Yes, or at least they attempted to do so. These
that's
crystals
freaky.
clearly wanted to absorb all of my energy and chose to use my hand as an entry point to my core. Once I removed my hand from the crystals and cut off the power supply to it for a while, I was okay.
But what if there's a fragment or something left over in your hand?
There's no need to worry about that. I've conducted experiments which cover that. Hammering, could you explain?
Of course. These crystals absorb energy from other sources and store it inside.
I was really worried about hammering
And
her
they then convert
Liberlin
into
having been
electricity.
being possibly holding these crystals
which
and having
explains
suffered
why
the same
they've got
fate.
electricity coursing
Thankfully,
through
we figured
them.
that out quickly.
The disintegration we saw earlier is when they run out of electricity. Think of it like a plant going without water. They're dying because of a lack of nutrients.
In other words, my hand is fine because I cut off the nutrients.
Another thing of note. The isolated fragments crumble, but the ones stuck in the ground seem to be fine. So I did some digging. The crystals are all interconnected.
So, all the crystals in this area are connected underground?
Some sort of
Seems
massive
like it.
spider's web.
Just like tree roots.
So that means...
There has to be an origin point for these bad boys.
I'm guessing the big giant one?
I propose using a rather simple method to find it. Let's say we run into a particularly large crystal shard up ahead. If we cut it in half, one half will shatter, whereas the other half will remain intact. If we proceed in the direction of the side that remains intact, we might end up reaching the source of all these crystals.
Figures go for the biggest
Also,
one.
while further investigation is required, I have a premonition that there is a flowing current within the crystals. Suppose these crystals are like the roots of a tree. Then nutrients will circulate inside, with the reference point being their center. We can do this. I'm sure that we can find the origin point of these crystals.
I think it's possible as well.
As long as y'all stay safe. Why do you think the crystals are here? Why do you think there are crystals here to begin with?
Good question. The only thing for sure is that they're here, and so are we. So, it's up to us to find out why and how it is that they came to be here. One thing is for certain. They didn't occur naturally.
Yeah, that's obvious
They
enough.
were clearly placed here intentionally by someone.
Intentionally? By an actual someone? We have some sort of third party out there?
Gaze upon me, my audience.
What on earth could... What would incentivize them to do that? I guess it is effective against the Raptures, but they have to hold on to it in order for it to kill them.
Banished from paradise. Time for class to begin.
There's so much lore in this world. It's also fun to explore and speculate.
Pay attention in class. Everything superfluous will
Come
be
on, wipe
banished
him
from
out.
paradise. Return to where you belong.
And then Marion.
See it through.
Seeing just some mobs of enemies fall from the sky, only to immediately be obliterated by Marion before they even touch the ground. It's always so
I shall
cool.
grant you victory, Your Grace.
Onward we go.
Very well. Moving out.
Encounter.
Here we go.
What a truly beautiful...
Here we encounter.
It is not...
Raptors eliminated!
Very well.
Should I begin? Moving.
Sure, they can get through at least this whole chapter first. I can get through the whole
I
chapter
think here
today.
is good.
Since there's only one way in?
Precisely. And the entrance is quite wide, which makes it suitable for a campsite.
I'll go deploy the decoys then.
You know how to do that?
Of course. I may not have been up to the surface as much as you, but I'm not completely unfamiliar with it.
It's all part of Nikke
Also,
basics.
my role is to trace the best route for us, so I'm good at picking the best spots to set up the decoys.
All right then. I appreciate you doing this.
I'm just doing my job. You don't have to make it sound like I'm going out of my way.
Maybe someone was trying to create a
Let's
weapon
go
to use
together.
against the Raptures, and it just
I'll be fine.
got out of hand and
You
turned
should
against
rest.
them.
It's okay. It'll go by quicker if we work together.
That'll be
Then
my
we can
that'll be
rest.
my guess for now, until we learn more.
Shall we?
Okay.
Liver and Denise move out.
Are we sleeping here?
Yes.
Not the outdoorsy type? Where do you usually sleep?
Yes, but that's not what I'm worried about. You never know when or where those crystals might target us.
There aren't any nearby.
Fair enough.
Are you sure?
Positive. As long as you don't go to sleep hugging them, you'll be just fine.
Okay.
They don't seem to grow quickly
Are
from
you
what we've
always
seen.
this on edge?
Naturally. It's the best way to increase your chance of survival and success. Exercise caution and strike at the opportune moment.
And she's out.
I also noticed that you fall asleep in no time flat. And you snore like a jet engine.
Will that affect your sleep?
It won't be an issue.
It'll affect my sleep.
I wasn't planning on sleeping anyway.
Getting some sleep would be a good idea.
It's okay. I got plenty of sleep before coming here. I'll keep watch so you all can catch up on your shut-eye.
Just take care of yourself. Alec, are you unable to sleep because you're too amped up?
It's that obvious, huh?
I noticed how excited you were after seeing the crystal. And you seemed much more expressive than when I first saw you.
It's an incredible thrill to finally lay my own eyes on something I was told about endlessly during the mission briefing. Do you think I'm getting too emotional about all this?
I'd say it's natural. I like it.
Huh. So that means you like me?
You're a good unit.
Typical master. Just blurting out whatever he feels.
We'll take turns keeping watch. I'll go up first.
One
Should
day
you
the
find
commander will pay
yourself
for
unable
his
to sleep,
Casanova
we'll keep
tactics,
watch together.
tendencies.
You don't mind?
Shifty,
Yes, Commander?
how's the reclamation site 1 doing?
All quiet. Surprisingly so. I didn't expect the optical camouflage to be this effective.
I guess it did come from Eden after all. Then why don't you take a break too?
I was about to enter standby mode anyway. We'll be monitoring Reclamation Site 01 in alternating shifts, so don't worry.
Sounds good. You did well today.
As did you, Commander.
Mr. Commander, may I see that?
What's up? See what?
The operation device.
I take my operation device out from my ear and hand it to Alec.
How long have you been using this? When was the last time it was maintained?
Since I got it, I assume?
It's on its last legs. The connections are about to fall apart, and the parts are all worn out.
Really now.
Would you mind if I make a few repairs?
Are you going to install a boom on it?
Just a moment.
Goodness, she's loud. For a while, only the sound of hammering, snoring, and Alec tinkering with my operation device can be heard.
Finished.
What? The status panel on my operation device has been altered. There appears to be something moving on the screen. I lean in to get a closer look. ... Is this a video game? There it is.
I didn't think I'd get found out that quickly, but you've got some eagle eyes on you.
It's Boom. What is this?
This is Boom, a classic FPS. It's the father of all modern FPS games.
Looking forward to a
The
new Doom
entire
prequel.
file size is only 28
actually said
megabytes, but
Doom
it's
prequel
still more
game.
fun than
Looking
most
forward to
of the
getting
games
that
out
when
there
it
today.
releases. But why? How did you?
If it's got a screen, you can run Boom on it. It's just common sense.
I'm not so sure about that.
Well, it's the truth, so don't you forget it. By the way, this is more than just a title screen. You can actually play the full game. Although, you don't have a controller. I'll make one right now. Let's see. Gotta get some spare parts.
It's okay, I'll play it later.
Are you sure? It's really fun.
You gotta sleep, it's night.
I also installed it on Miss Rappy's weapon adjustment correction screen.
What?
Property checks her gun. Aren't you swift?
Not bad, eh? Like I said, if it's got a screen, I can install that game.
Please erase it.
Beep beep. Who's texting? I'm good to talk now. You're late. Oh, sorry. Today was really busy. I wasn't able to steal in at any point. Anyway, I'm finally alone. I told them I was setting up decoys. Then how are things going? There are too many uncertainties, so it's taking more time than anticipated. Would it be okay if you had to wait a little longer? I didn't ask that question to get a useless response. I'm sorry, I'll proceed as quickly as possible. Alright, task at hand is of vital importance, so the reward will be accordingly ample. Thank you for that. I'll wait for more information from you, but I won't wait forever. Do you understand? Yes, I understand.
What are you doing?
Oh, some delivery requests just came in.
I'll be
I was
pushy,
dealing
that
with
one.
the customers.
You sure are busy.
Just trying to survive. I'm just happy I got work.
How often do you have to work?
Every day, I
It
imagine.
depends. We usually tend to get pretty bogged down during the holidays. But other than that, it's scattershot.
Must be tough. Are you done dealing with your customers?
Yeah.
For the time being.
Then let's head back. We should get some sleep so that we're well rested tomorrow.
Alright.
There's just one thing. As far as I know, there aren't any holidays coming up anytime soon. And yet, you're still so busy?
Ever perceptive
well,
you
like
are,
I
niece.
said, it can be pretty random. Guess I got lucky.
Really? Glad to hear it.
Ever suspicious that she is.
Me too.
The next day. What's up?
What's going on?
Neon,
What is this? My eyes are acting strange.
Eleg.
What's wrong?
Some kind of game is taking up my vision.
Oh my goodness.
There's a game screen on your glass lenses. Boom! Why is that ancient game?
Is this some kind of cutting-edge VR technology? The graphics look a bit outdated for that, though.
Alec.
I upgraded your glasses while you were sleeping. I've given you the honor of being able to play a masterpiece of gaming up close and personal.
Wow, thank you
I
very
don't
much.
want a game. I want supervision.
Actually, I meant to ask you, where did you get those glasses anyway?
These? I've had them for as long as I can remember.
She's a spy after all.
They're extraordinary. The frames are made of cutting-edge and lightweight materials. The lenses are in fact a high-performance visual display. I've never seen anything like it.
You're really that strong?
The internal OS has a ludicrously large capacity, and it's being utilized to the max. There was barely enough space left to install Boom.
I have no idea what you're going on about, but can you just get rid of this game and bring my glasses back to normal?
Maybe the real spy was her glasses all along.
Just tap the top of your frames twice and it'll shut off.
Can you make it so that I can tap the sides? It'll look way cooler that way.
I'm telling you, you should look into that eyewear of yours. They're no ordinary pair of glasses.
Well, that's interesting to know, at least.
What's that on that wall over there?
What's wrong?
What's up?
What is it?
Over there!
I look in the direction Eleg is pointing. Over on the walls, which have been up to our backs and sides, densely packed clusters of tiny crystals have formed. None of those were there last night.
Could they have moved over here?
Oh boy, they're seeking
Don't
us
be
out.
absurd. Crystals don't have legs.
Maybe they have detachable legs?
They're trying to get us.
At this point, I don't think that's totally outside the realm of possibility.
Huh.
That's very creepy.
Maybe the crystal formations were already here. And they've only just now popped out since we were here for a while.
You mean they move in order to consume nutrients?
That's very creepy.
I've been thinking. And these things seem less and less like a type of ore.
What are they then?
Don't they seem more plant-like to you? It has roots, dies as soon as it runs out of nutrients, and actively moves towards acquiring said nutrients. If that doesn't describe a plant-based life form to a T, what does?
A crystal plant, huh?
It all checks out.
Just as a precaution, I'll
Crystal
contact the
weed,
Botanic
more
Garden
like.
Squad. I'm on good terms with them.
That sounds like a good idea.
Commander, how should we proceed?
Let's not stay in one place for long. If we sense any danger, we'll head back.
Roger.
Probably best not to just... No more sleeping here, I guess. Keep moving.
Let us get off to a beautiful start.
Nope, get rid of that.
Everything superfluous will
Don't
be
do
banished
it.
from
Don't you do it.
paradise.
Don't you do it.
Glass slippers, full contact. Pour out.
Pay
Out of
attention
here.
in class.
That's better. Ah. No.
Everything superfluous will be banished from paradise. Return to where you belong.
And good.
Pay attention in class. Next.
And it's gone. She's just too strong, Marion.
Rapture's eliminated!
She's just too strong.
Very well.
Whoa. Map actually changed there. Cool.
Moving.
Let's get out of here. I didn't really stop
It
to
is not
point out, but like
becoming to rush.
these weird circuits
I will
and
go
energy lines
slowly.
running through the ground. I guess it's just a, it's trying to extract energy.
Here we go.
Coming. Moving. I shall grant you
It is not becoming. It is not
Rapture's eliminated!
Come on.
encounter.
My power level is still doing much better than the recommended, so I should be fine for a good while longer.
Victory, Your Grace.
Without needing to stop and upgrade.
It is not what a truly beautiful
Moving. Should I begin? Moving. I shall grant you
It is not becoming to rush. I will go slowly.
More
On
battle
my way.
themes.
Girl to the rescue!
It is not.
I should start preparing for moving. Coming. Moving.
What a truly beautiful
speaking.
story this was. I am most pleased with it. It is not becoming to rush.
Should I begin?
How much do we have left?
Very well. Moving out.
Go over here. Oh, the boss is right there. We still have 4 more collectibles to get, but there's one right there. Or one right there. And one right there. There still leaves one left. Where would that last one be hiding? Maybe it's along this wall here, that I just can't see. You really like doing that with these.
Should I begin?
What a truly beautiful story.
Moving.
Boom, girl to
Moving.
Rapture's eliminated!
On my way. Coming.
Here we go.
Path is getting narrower.
It wasn't like this on the map. Then again, I guess we can't expect all the details to be exact.
Especially
It
since
certainly
it's
took
a
a lot
map
less time
displaying
than
an
the last
aerial
chapter
view
for
from
me.
above.
Is it just me, or are we totally screwed if any raptures come at us from either side?
I'll watch the rear. I'll need someone else to help.
I'll join you.
Thanks.
By the way,
Still got that bad
watch
feeling
your
about
step,
something that's gonna
everyone.
happen to these
this
two.
place is flooded with crystals.
Yeah, the crystals dot almost every inch of the ground and walls. We can't touch anything.
I don't even want to think about fighting in a place like this. If we were sent flying and fell into a crystal cluster, we'd end up being drained and then dying.
Yeah.
Just like that rapture we saw yesterday.
Does not look pleasant.
I was thinking about that, actually. I believe it can be solved quite easily. All we've got to do is remove our heads.
Gruesome,
What?
but possibly work.
If we're between a rock and a hard place, removing our heads will solve the problem. The crystals would ravage our bodies and suck them dry. But so long as our heads remain intact, we'll be able to stay alive.
An interesting theory, but how many people are actually going to be willing to go through with it?
Yeah.
Why would there be any hesitation? It's 100% the safest and most foolproof method.
Saying and doing are
Miss
very different things,
Hammering,
though.
Have you ever died before?
No.
Neither have I, but I think it's something more severe than being solved simply by removing a body part.
The Counters are hardened warriors, so maybe they've experienced something like that before?
At least Neon have.
Yes, I have.
Me too.
Called it.
I haven't because I'm so amazing.
Right, so I don't remember.
Could you please explain to Miss Hammering on how difficult dying is?
Dying isn't an easy thing. Even more so when it's by your own hand.
Did you hear that, Miss Hammering?
Really? I guess I don't know since I've never been in that kind of situation. I guess I'll find out when I'm faced with it.
Let's not find out.
Ideally, you would never have to face a situation like that.
Very true.
The best way to deal with this sort of thing is to prepare for the worst.
Yeah.
I've imagined the worst case scenario in my head countless times. But when it comes, I never deal with it the way I'm supposed to.
Yeah, we all
Not
tend
like
to
when
panic
it's
in
during
those
a
times.
simulated battle.
Yeah? What is it that you imagine?
Don't ask. It's so bad that I can't even say it out loud.
Okay.
Shifty, what's
You can
ahead
plan
of
all
us?
you want, but actually doing so,
downtown
it's always going to be
area.
different.
The city used to be a moderate-sized trade hub. Other than that, there was nothing particularly noteworthy about it.
Trade hub, huh? After we pass through here, does the path end?
I can't be certain. Even this narrow path we're on now wasn't on the map. I did find something unusual, though. The map indicates that there's something massive just on the outskirts of the city.
Ah,
However, any further statements without visual confirmation would simply be conjecture.
alright, let's keep going then.
Roger.
I'm gonna have to fight that big crystal boss thing. Is it gonna be at this chapter or the next one?
It's time I teach all of you a lesson.
With how good of time we're making on this, I might just go into the next chapter. That of course depends also on my battle strength, but I'm doing well so far. Other than that EX stage, there's not been any struggles. Come on, Ariel.
Everything superfluous will be banished from paradise.
Return to where you belong.
Figure them all out, and we can keep moving. Gotta keep moving.
Now is the time of true beauty.
Rapture's eliminated!
Alright. Oh, there's another one. Ooh, that was interesting.
Moving.
Witnessing a raptor just die like that. I heard you died in an accident, but then I saw you on TV. I thought I was going crazy. I heard that you're something called a suitor now. I don't know what that is, but I'm happy that you got out of this place. I think the rest of us will spend the rest of our lives here. This is our hometown, and there's nowhere else to go.
It is not becoming to rush. I will go slowly.
Oh, where's that take me? Ah, all the way back
Very
here?
well. Moving out.
Moving.
They are humanity's
On my way.
Here we go.
Yeah, not here,
Very
last
well.
shiny.
Moving out.
Moving.
Here we go.
Encounter.
Keep pushing on.
I should start preparing.
Very well.
Should I begin?
Here we go.
I should start preparing for the next class.
180 now on
It
that.
is not becoming.
On my way. I should start preparing for the next class.
Here we go.
Encounter.
Very what a truly beautiful story.
Here we go.
That theme. I'm finally getting that one?
On my way.
Coming.
Figured I unlocked that ages ago.
Glad I was able to protect everyone. Moving.
Alright,
On my
here we
way.
are.
Moving.
Very well. Moving out.
I heard there's something called the Arc Lottery ticket. I doubt it will ever make it out as far as our little village. I'll simply stay where I am and drink until I pass out. By the way, Eric and Sarah got married. Remember how I thought something was off about them? They denied it at first, but then got married because of the unexpected pregnancy. Eric could have done much better. That's awfully judgmental.
On my way. It is not becoming to rush.
As long as they're happy.
I will go slowly.
It bugs me there's one little thing I missed. I don't want to hold up and go searching for it. I'll just have to find it in my own time. It's probably just like little credits or something. Not worth the effort, really. Oh, wait, there it is.
Very well. Moving out.
Oh, it's right there, and I just missed it. And grab. Yeah, just some credits, like I thought. Alright, to the boss. I won't bother with the EX stage this time.
They are humanity's enemy.
Looks like we're coming up on a big vault here.
Very well. Moving out.
After moving forward for a while, our path is blocked by a massive iron gate. In front of it, raptures are piled high. Interspread amongst the piles are crystals which are emitting a lambent
Holy
light.
moly, are these all raptures?
Yes. More victims claimed by the crystals, it would seem.
These things are vicious.
What is it?
I'm taking a closer look at these raptures. And something seems a bit strange to me.
Tell us.
The amount of corpses increases the more we move forward.
Yeah.
Judging from the direction in which they've fallen, it seems to indicate that they were heading towards us. Shifty mentioned that there's a city beyond this narrow path, right? It reminds me of a train station.
Why are you talking about trains all of a sudden?
Train station, huh?
People often commute to work using the train, yes? They gather at the station, and when the train doors open, they all rush to get inside. It's a mass of arms and elbows. And the few people who manage to break through the crowd are able to get inside the train.
So you're saying the crystal is like a big train? I think I could... That a throng of raptors came from that city up ahead and crammed themselves into this narrow path?
Precisely. The only curious thing is that... why would the raptures leave a wide-open area and cram themselves into this confined path?
Something must have been drawing them there, maybe. To escape from something.
That's the only way it makes sense to me. Something happened in the city beyond. And I think the raptures tried to escape through this path.
Commander, many of these raptures have damaged parts. Their legs and other appendages seem to have been crushed. It's as if they collided with something, or were trampled upon.
So, a bunch of raptures ran away?
Like running over each other.
Is their programming even capable of that?
But
Can raptors feel fear?
what could they have been running from?
Everyone? Up ahead of you. 3 o'clock. On the wall.
I don't see anything.
The crystals over there have been moving for some time now.
Oh god.
It's hard to see clearly behind the pile of rapture corpses. But those crystals are gradually approaching. That much is certain.
Should probably get back.
What? So, the crystals really do move?
Oh my gosh!
Are they coming for us?
Probably.
Shh. Quiet.
Sounds of crystals scraping against can be heard. It's now clearly visible that they are closer to us than they were before. Everyone prepare for battle! It's quite a bad situation to be stuck in.
It's here.
Here we go.
Encounter. Oh, this thing. I only fought this for the first time randomly in the simulation room. I had no idea what this was, and I just got completely shocked when I saw it.
Everything superfluous will be banished from
I was just playing my simulation room like normal, and then suddenly this thing pops down as the final boss. Like, what the heck was this thing? Now I know.
Return to where you belong.
Excuse me for just trying to play my simulation room. I had to be met with this horrific thing. And lumbering around.
Preparing to reload.
Oh. Cannot interrupt all rings? Oh, it's teaching me how to do that. Maybe they've done that once before.
Everything superfluous will be banished from paradise.
I can't remember against what, but I remember seeing something, fighting something that did that.
Glass slippers, full contact. Pour out.
See it through.
Get rid of some of those guns. Oh, it's dead. Alright then.
What a truly beautiful story this was. I am most pleased with it.
The rapture that was covered in crystals collapses to the ground.
All clear.
Are they really dead?
Oh, they're dead as doornails.
The light in the crystals has been completely extinguished.
The crystals protruding from the rapture shatter and disappear, leaving the corpse perforated with a myriad of small holes. What the heck is this?
Let me get a closer look. Are you sure it's dead?
I've never been more sure of anything.
Okay. Hammering, help me. I'm gonna open up this one.
Sure.
Its insides are a complete mess. I do see a single trail, though.
What do you mean by trail?
You remember how the crystal attempted to reach my core by entering through my hand?
Oh.
It's the same as that. The path it's created here is a bit wider, though. It's still intact. And it heads straight for the Rapture's core.
Really seeks it
There's been
out,
extensive damage to the core as well. I don't understand this.
Wait a moment. I'm expecting a call soon.
A call?
A call? From who?
The Botanical Garden Squad wants to connect with us.
Ah, we're gonna meet Blossom?
I'll patch you through. Hello.
Blossom,
I'm
or Flora.
from Botanic Garden Squad.
I keep calling her Blossom.
Hammering briefed me on the situation. I've been receiving continual updates because the crystals in that region are exhibiting plant-like characteristics.
Should we really be discussing this out in the open?
Yeah, maybe move somewhere
It's
safer.
fine. This is an official mission that is out in the open. It's just that the Special Commando was the only squad we had available to deploy.
Oh.
Flora, what are your thoughts on this?
Seeing it in person would be optimal. However, since that isn't possible, I've made an informed guess based on the information provided by Hammering. First, I am proceeding on the assumption that the crystals are indeed plants. We would need to get our hands on a sample or observe it up close to know the details.
Well,
But in light of that rapture you all saw,
I can't seem to break it off
it would
here.
appear that the crystals grow from within the rapture and eventually penetrate through its surface.
Like a parasite?
Yes.
Parasitic
the
plant
crystals
crystal,
appear to
huh?
absorb the energy of their host and use it as a form of nourishment. Servant or master class raptures have relatively small cores, meaning they provide less nourishment. For lower-level raptures, once their energy is absorbed, they are discarded. That rapture you saw was a Lord class. It has a much larger core and thus significantly more energy. Rather than absorb its energy at one go and kill the host, it seems to have realized that it is better to parasitize and absorb its energy bit by bit.
More like a symbiote at that point.
Of course, this is all based on the assumption that the crystals are indeed plant-based organisms. Parasitic behavior is not uncommon in the plant world. In fact, it happens on a fairly regular basis.
Like cordyceps?
A classic example would be cordyceps, even
Called
though
it.
they technically aren't plants.
Why do they exhibit parasitic behavior?
Simple, to propagate the species. Plants are more or less immobile due to their roots. Plants have the ability to extend their roots towards nutrients, but this is a painfully slow process. Therefore, they either feed their seeds to something which is more mobile, or parasitize it.
It's all about expanding their domain.
That's correct.
Could
Still
this have
freaky,
something
though.
to do with why the raptures ran away?
Unfortunately, I don't know enough at this point to say much. Plants are not aggressive organisms. If they do parasitize, they tend to do it in a clandestine manner, since it's more beneficial for their survival. They do not actively threaten their host.
That's if we're assuming these things are indeed plant-based life forms.
There's something new entirely, that's for sure.
That's the key point. While they exhibit some plant-like characteristics, they don't physically resemble them in any way whatsoever.
Okay,
Maybe they're more
Thanks
like
for the
mushrooms
intel.
in that sense?
we'll keep it in mind.
Feel free to contact me if you have any questions. I'd like to be there with you, but things in the Ark are quite dire. If the opportunity presents itself, I hope to see you on the surface.
Thanks again.
You're welcome, and take care.
Mushrooms do grow a lot faster than plants.
Let's give ourselves an overview of the situation. These crystals can act as parasites, leeching on Lord-class raptures. In the city up front, there's something that made the raptures run away. Am I missing anything?
I don't think so. Thanks for the summary.
We should get a move on.
Should we continue, Commander?
Well, yep, let's go.
Roger.
Good decision. No risk, no reward.
All right then. I'll open the door in front of us.
Go ahead.
Hi-ya!
The iron gate slowly opens with a dull creak. On the other side, we are greeted with the sights of a city consumed by crystals. And that's chapter 27. Alright. The unknown. Let's go.